as of last night, SGA, he can officially be known by a new three-letter moniker, MVP, the first of his career after leading the league in scoring. He also averaged the most points per game in a season in Thunder history and scored at least 20 points in all but one of his games. And with this award, he made history. Out of the roughly 130 players to play at the University of Kentucky and in the NBA, SGA, the only one to ever win the MVP. He also joined elite company in Thunder history, becoming the third player to win the award for the franchise, along with Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. The Thunder, they are the only team to have 3 different players to take home the award since moving to OKC in 2000-2008.
Really, this is not possible without you guys, and I appreciate you guys, love you guys. And just to, I guess, show my love, I got some gifts for y'all. Actually, you know what? Everyone just come over here and grab it, and then open it up like Christmas. Go ahead. And there is some wrist work in there that I promised y'all. Y'all have fun.
What you hear? I can't even open it, bro.
So after receiving his award, the entire team got Rolexes. Bob, I assume that's what Stephen A is going to do for us next time around, right?
Did you get yours? I didn't get mine.
Not yet. But we got something even better. We have a very special guest joining us here on NBA Countdown. 12-time All-Star guard for the San Antonio Spurs, Chris Paul. Chris, thank you so much for joining us on a very special night for a friend of yours, a former teammate of yours, SGA. There's not just anyone you would fly in to watch them get their MVP. Can you just shed a little light on your relationship with Shai and the way that you've seen his growth?
First of all, thank y'all for having me. This is different. I usually don't get to come in and watch a game, man, but here to support Shai, Lou, all these guys. But this is a special night for Shai and who he is, what he's meant to me and my family. The season I played here was my first year living away from my family, and I got a chance to really get a chance to know Shai and who he is fundamentally, and he is a better person than he is at hooping.
A better person than he is at hooping. And I know we worked together in the conference finals last year, and I know you don't just respect anybody who doesn't put in the same level of work that you do. Can you pull back the curtain on the work you've seen SGA put in over the years?
Man, he's actually pretty simple. You know what I mean? He's funny. He talks a lot of junk. I know he seems real humble and all that stuff, but he talks a lot. But he's simple in his work ethic. If you talk to him, he's either shopping. He gonna shop. He shop all day. He's either shopping or he's watching basketball, and he's about his family, and I appreciate that about him.
Chris, what's made him a league MVP in your estimation? How has he been specifically able to elevate his level of play?
You know what? He's selfless. You know, he hoops, he lets his game do the talking, he don't really say much. But the other thing I remember when we was teammates, we used to talk about defense a lot. And if you see some of the most elite players in our league, you don't have to be Lou Dort. You don't have to be the best defensive player on your team. They just want to see you try, right? And so Shai accepts that when he has to on any given night on both ends of the court.
How does the league think of him? Maybe the stars get a lot of attention, but when behind the curtains, when you talk about Shai, what do the players say about him?
Yeah, I don't know, honestly. You know,
really?
I know from teammates and stuff that I played against, where I know everybody know how nice he is, hooping-wise, right? But Shai, he don't say much. You know what I'm saying? You don't see him on too many endorsements or whatnot. He just pretty much stay to himself, and he just come out there and he usually give people buckets.
I mean, there's nobody that doesn't like him, right? It seems like he's a likable guy. I mean, feels that way.
Yeah, I know him. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And if guys don't like him, you know, they probably say slick stuff here and there or whatnot, but he ain't gonna address it. He's probably gonna put you on the caption.
He's got one of the Floss commercials out there looking like a runway model half the time.
CP3, you was his teammate. You also played against him, right? He's averaged 33 consecutive seasons. What's the game plan in the opposing locker room like to stop him though? Like what's the schemes? I want to know.
Yeah. We be at it. We actually beat them this year when I was in San Antonio. I'll tell you this. Last year, after we was done playing them in Golden State, I had a real conversation with Shai about shooting threes. Shai didn't used to shoot threes,
right?
Much like everybody talk about Anthony Edwards now or whatnot. But after we was done playing them, I said, yo, you need to shoot more threes. You need to shoot more threes. And if you see now, he's so tough to guard because he will shoot the three. He used to just shoot middies, layups, or whatnot. Now he's a real three-level scorer.
Said that to you.
Yeah,
That's what they said to you.
Yeah, I know.
CP,
Tony tried to get me to shoot more
CP,
threes.
but tell us about your experience when you played here, though. Like the fans, the community.
You know, like I actually got a chance to start my career here, right? So after Hurricane Katrina, my first 2 years in the NBA was here in Oklahoma City. So I won Rookie of the Year here. So this fan base is nothing like it. And then I got a chance to come back and play here later in my career. And I will be forever grateful to this fan base, to the people here, to the guys on the team that was here when I was here. Mark was an assistant coach when I was here. So these fans, this is my extended family.
It's unlike any other environment in the NBA. I went for a walk around OKC the other day, and every other house there was some sort of signage to the team just showing, you said this is Oklahoma U. It does have that sort of feel being in this arena and watching these fans. Chris, I'm curious, your message to SGA. I loved hearing the behind the scenes of players saying to Ant, okay, now go take the next step. Now go get it. Now he's the MVP. This is someone who you've been a mentor to. What's your message to him now?
Sometimes you don't really talk about what them conversations is like, but when I got a chance to talk to him yesterday, you know, he was like, I got one. And I said, that's the first one. You know what I mean? He's going to be around this league a long time, and it's a lot of guys in this league, Perk, you know, you just call teammates or whatnot, but he's part of my family, and I couldn't be happier for him.
Well, we know that you want to be in your seat, ready to roll when the award ceremony starts. We really appreciate you stopping by NBA Countdown to shed a little light on your former teammate, on your friend, and now the league MVP. We always appreciate you stopping by. We love watching you. We love working with you. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.
NBA over here.